listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Yeah, well, breaking it down and building it back up.
New intro.
I mean, I was pretty much impressed that we actually have corporate sponsors now.
We're like a NASCAR.
Awesome.
Bing.
Yeah, we're like
Bing.
a NASCAR. I was really serious.
Is it me or has anybody seen? I was just watching Wayne's World when they had the guy in the voiceover. You guys familiar with Wayne's World?
Bing. What?
I
like the way.
I think it's Schwing.
I like the way.
No,
hold on. I like the way that you think.
For the sake of the sponsor. Come on.
I like the way that you think that either of us have never heard of Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
You know
I
I'm
don't want to.
Canadian, right? Mike Myers, hello.
You know I'm a human.
I didn't want to do a movie reference and have everybody scratch their head and go, "What the is he
Please.
talking about?"
Wayne's World, sir.
We need to get the voice for AfterBuzz in the corner at every single thing and just,
to like break it down for
break
every
it
new
down,
sponsor.
Yeah.
For those with their pants off, it's a big bummer tonight. No Maria, no girl on the show technically.
sorry.
Sort of a bummer if you wanted to jerk it. Just 3 dudes.
Better luck
Three,
next time.
3 dudes, 1 show.
My name is Jensen Karp. I was a
Grab a sock.
former writer at WWE. Now I'm a writer on other things and such. We basically come here every week. I know I really sell myself well. I'm just like
don't talk yourself up.
car
on this one.
salesman about my careers.
You are a man of many talents.
Yes,
Seriously.
thank you
True
so
that.
much. But I used to write WWE Pro Wrestling, which a lot of people don't even necessarily know exists. They don't know that there's a bunch of Jewish kids with pens and pads that wait and then tell the people who are large, muscular men what they say when they come out to the ring. That was my job for 7 or 8 months. I quit, mostly because I hid in the bathroom, which is a running gag here. I hid in the bathroom.
You were the Great Khali's eye specialist.
I was his glasses specialist. We have a lot of running jokes here, but none of those jokes involve good writing for WWE Raw. I didn't necessarily like it, so I went on to other things. But my name's Jensen. We're without Maria and Mike Bennett. We wish them all types of love. But you guys introduce yourselves.
I am
Preston
Mr.
first.
To the P. I rap.
you are.
I like wrestling, and that's pretty much my rundown.
Wow.
Also a shitty sale. All of us just really underselling ourselves.
Let's see if we can bring
All
this
right,
back.
try
I'm
it,
Christopher Joseph. I'm that's it.
Canadian?
No, I was kidding.
Terrible.
Terrible. No, Christopher Joseph. You know me with Volcari Fashion, my clothing line, and yes, I just so happen to be married to a diva.
Lillian
right.
Garcia.
I think her name might be Lillian Garcia.
To a WWE diva.
Yes, WWE
Diva of the decade. Let's just be real here. You know?
Was that a thing?
Jensen,
Yes.
Oh, that was
I'm excited
Absolutely.
to introduce our friend.
Oh, there he is, our third host. This is our new friend, which we introduced last week. I am obsessed with this picture. It's from Journey 2. It's of wrestler Rock or Dwayne Johnson, and I haven't seen the movie, nor do I plan on seeing the film, even a little bit. But the point is, this did almost make me go see
That's
it.
how you really feel.
It's a mini elephant with The Rock.
Yes.
Rock looks so happy and so excited. One of my issues, though, is maybe it's not a mini elephant. Maybe it's a humongous rock with a regular-sized elephant.
You know, that's
It's
out there.
It's a
That's
real mind
one
bender.
hand clapping type stuff.
It's a real mind bender. But can we keep it up for a little bit? I feel like he's
Yes.
This is my
mascot.
Yeah, it's my spirit. No, it's my spirit animal, the mini elephant.
No. They're filling in for
crazy. Mine's a mini
our other
horse.
2 co-hosts
Yeah.
that can't be here tonight.
This is our
so
Mike Bennett
this
and
is
Maria.
Yeah. Which is which?
Well, Mike Bennett is the one with the phallic symbol, and then the one whose pecs can move up and down, The Rock, would be Maria.
Maria, right. He's wearing a skirt.
Wow.
I'm a real genius.
Wow.
So what we do is, if you're just tuning in for the first time, number one, it's much more attractive usually. But what we do is we
Don't
watch
sell us
Raw.
short again.
I know.
Come
I'm such an
on.
undersell. We're amazing.
We're good-looking people here.
We watch WWE together in another room.
No homo.
No, it's kind of homo. I do it without my pants on. And so we watch Raw, and then
3 guys and a TV.
we talk about it. We break down different things, talk about the matches, talk about sort of inside things that we might know about, or our feelings on what's going to come up, our predictions and such. But we break down the show. It's that simple, that's easy. And sometimes we have crowd participation. Sometimes we don't.
Callers or
Tweets, all sorts of crazy stuff.
Lots of tweets.
Chat rooms. This Justin happens.
SOSs, you know.
Well, do you want to just get right in the show?
Let's. I mean, as much as I'd like to just bump right to the Battle Royal, which was
phenomenal. We have a
amazing.
lot to talk about.
I feel like let's just race through it.
Unfortunately, we have some other things to go over.
We do.
One of them is the opening. Well, number one, let's talk about the pay-per-view. Did either of you get to watch it?
Yes, I saw a little bit about it and got a little insight from, I don't know, someone who was there.
So let us know.
No, it was good. There was a lot of energy. But, there were some interesting things that were going on.
Well, I mean, I have a bunch. One being...
You had some good...
Well, I find it so weird that they added this match at the last minute between Swagger and Justin Gabriel. Ugh. I had to be reminded that Justin Gabriel still works at WWE. No, I literally,
Yeah,
I was like, this is a return? I asked somebody. They're like, no, he's been around. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I forgot.
He is right. He actually had, going back a little bit, he had a really good match with Cody Rhodes. I think that would be an awesome matchup. The two really complement each other in the ring. Now, Cody he's blasting off right now, which is awesome to see, but seeing them work together, that was cool.
Yeah.
I did miss the match between him and Swagger.
Well, you're very lucky. You're very lucky. It was
Two
very
people
boring.
Was it not?
It was very boring. It was.
Really?
I would have much rather seen the mini elephant attack Rock. There was. It was just like
Ouch.
there's a lot of things. Number one, it was a retaining pay-per-view, which is something they basically for weeks told us that this is the most title-changing pay-per-view in history. Right?
No title change.
No title changes. So Daniel Bryan wins. CM Punk wins. Even
Jack Swagger won.
Even Jack Swagger won.
Retain that U.S. belt.
That's such a coveted belt. But then the crazy part is Kane, Cena really played out pretty normally.
Right?
Sort of exactly what you would have figured. And that storyline's done. Kane,
Well, you said this is the pay-per-view where they botch every storyline that
To
they
get it
worked
done,
on.
yeah.
Just to get it done so they could start hyping up the next 41
for
days.
WrestleMania. You guys excited? I mean, before we get into today, is this exciting? Is WrestleMania? We've been sort of over the last few months saying we think that sounds great on paper, but we're not sure that we've been hyped up enough.
No, I am excited. I think this is going to be I think it's going to be a great card. The only thing is sometimes watching it, there's been a little lack of luster.
Right.
I think as of late. I think now that, the Elimination Chamber is over, that pay-per-view's over, we're getting closer to the date, new storylines are developing. I feel like everything is going to start amping up
Going
a
in,
little more.
Seemed like tonight, for sure.
Going into
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw, I wasn't, you kind of didn't know where WrestleMania was going to go. So,
Right.
there was a couple of things they could have dragged
Tonight
on a couple
really
more
led
weeks,
into
but I'm excited. They got a good little
I like
lineup,
it.
it
Get
looks
it
like.
going.
So.
Yeah. What is WrestleMania? Is like $70?
No, I think it's just
A
a normal
ticket?
pay-per-view.
No, to get a pay-per-view. I think
Same
it's like
thing.
10 up. Isn't it 10 up?
Maybe 59.
I believe it's like $50 to $60.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
A
it's
lot of money.
They're not going to have it streaming on their YouTube for free.
No.
No.
Well, they do have a YouTube channel.
I heard they got a
Yes.
YouTube
Pretty
channel.
big deal, guys.
Well, I mean,
Not
there's a lot
not everyone has a YouTube channel. Not my
check it
delivery
out.
guy
If-
from
I want to
Thai
make sure
Chinese.
YouTube gets back to me because I need a YouTube channel.
No, if y'all haven't checked out their YouTube channel, check it out. There's a lot of content.
Oh, we
on
crapped
there.
on it last week.
It's
You missed us crap on it.
Well,
we
I'm
just the
crapping
reason
on it.
Here, listen. The reason we crapped on it is just because for weeks and months they were telling us about this channel.
Yeah.
And then obviously they're having trouble with the channel. So it was like, oh, by the way, we have a YouTube channel, and they made it sound like not everyone could open a YouTube account. Like
That was
my
the
mom
hardest
hasn't uploaded a YouTube account of her dog.
Check
her
out
Shih Tzu.
Volcare Fashion on YouTube.
All right, fair enough. Turn
have a
it
channel.
into our own selfish things.
Yes, I do that.
Well, tonight's Raw was in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Close to home for me.
Close to home for you. A
8
lot of
hours
snow.
away from Winnipeg.
They had a blizzard.
Well, it wasn't that cold there. So.
Well, that was a funny thing because I guess I don't know if this is like an out thing, but sometimes they either. I mean, I guess most people know this. Sometimes they either tape those vignettes when they do something backstage, or they go live. This was obviously a taped one because it started with Eve going, it's hotter in Minnesota than I would have expected.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
and then
"Is that
outside later, it's
snow?"
blizzarding.
It's all blizzarding.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing the scarf. I'm just, it's
Feeling Minnesota, you're
Minnesota.
You're bringing it in. Well, that's what it opened with in Minneapolis,
Yes.
Minnesota. It started with Eve and the Bella Twins backstage doing what they do best, which is not acting, but, a backstage
Terrible.
vignette.
Yes.
And we saw a heel turn.
We did.
We did. We saw Eve's heel
Which
turn.
I thought was interesting.
I thought it was cool, except I don't know where that goes either. But basically, Eve announces that she never really liked Zack Ryder, and she was using him to move up the social ladder
Get to the big fish.
to the bigger fish, and her bigger fish was Cena. She turns around, he's behind me, isn't he? That's sort of like bit that you do. He's behind me, right? And he was behind her, and he heard everything.
And she cried.
And she was a little hoe.
And she cried.
Well, we didn't get to the crying yet.
No.
She goes out to the ring. Or I'm sorry, Cena goes out to the ring and sort of admits that this, and he just craps on her like it's like crazy bullying.
Not PG either. He was dropping some bombs on there.
Tonight was a big night for him. Bully campaign. I gotta say, there was no bullying campaign going on here other than him doing the bullying.
No, it was not very
which was
nice.
Interesting.
But what he did is he called her out for two-timing between him and Ryder, and he and for ruining a relationship, friendship between him and his friends, which has happened to all of us.
Real life.
So basically, Eve cries though, which is kind of a big moment for a girl who can't act.
And she actually pulled the tears out.
Real
she
crying.
pulled it. I wonder where she pulled.
Have you guys ever had? I've had to cry on camera. Have you guys ever had to cry on camera?
Yes.
What do you think of? I thought of terrible things. Terrible things, like things that I know, like
pull up the elephant,
the mini
being
elephant.
sacrificed to the rock.
The mini elephant gives me a boner. Completely different feeling.
Experiences, just past experiences
I know,
that
me
have really
too.
hit me.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
It is.
I'm sure, but watching her, I was like, she has some horrible things in her past.
It must have been her clinic test she didn't pass, according to John Cena.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bully with you, sir. I'm not gonna bully with you.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
So she's crying. The fans even chant Hosky at her. I mean, it was a little
trending.
bit of a.
It's trending.
Trending. Hosky is trending. Like,
wasn't very nice.
No, I kind of feel a little bad for her because, you've being a former writer for them. You got to come up with some crazy stuff sometimes, and these people have to play it out, and it can be harmful.
Well, we've talked about
for these
Natasha
people in real life.
Well, we've talked about Natasha on Nadia. I don't ever watch SmackDown.
It's cool. Everybody
bleeding out. Yeah,
and watch, and you'll still get praised, and I'll get bashed.
No. I just don't.
Screwing up someone else's name.
I am open to admit I don't watch SmackDown, but I'm saying she has she trained in a dojo with Owen Hart and Bret Hart and like serious technical wrestlers, and she's now wrestling under the gimmick that she farts a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, they used it in the pay-per-view. It was in the pay-per-view. They did a sketch in the pay-per-view. There, like that.
No, that was a good one. They used it on SmackDown where it cleared the ring from the ref.
Really?
It was bad. It was so bad. I felt so sorry for her.
It's so terrible.
I felt so sorry for her.
Girls are really having a great month over at WWE.
Yes,
it's a good month.
Farting and
whores, farters,
bitches,
farting, bitches,
Hosky.
God.
And
positive females.
And I gotta tell you, being backstage with them, they're just the nicest people in the world. Yeah. Seriously, like I love all of the divas.
Oh yeah.
And I say that just
having sex with one of them on a normal basis. No, what I'm saying is
just in.
They do have talent. They're just not getting the time to show it.
Right, but WWE is well known for this. The Mickey James Piggy angle. There are things that I just remember.
Oh God, I felt bad for her.
Terrible.
There was that one episode, of course, where Layla and
they put
Michelle
her face
McCool
on a pig.
Comes out. No, but bringing her stuff out of the locker room, tearing it up, and that clothing is expensive. Just FYI.
Yeah.
No, it was terrible what they were doing with her.
It was stupid.
And even the same thing with Vicky Guerrero.
Sure.
Talk about being put through the ringer.
Yeah,
there's another piggy moment.
Yeah, they both lost weight.
But she plays that really well.
Well, maybe because she's forced into it. You don't know. I'm just saying that I think...
no, they play the stories great.
Very well. And I'm saying that I just say, maybe loosen up on the women. That's all I'm saying. It's a little hard.
The truth hurts, and I think people want to see it.
Truth hurts. You're so mean. You should be crapped on by the audience, sir.
I'll take that one with stride.
Women's wrestling's loving you.
Our first match. Oh, by the way, something really amazing
week.
before we get into it. I found this weird. I wish I would have given it to you, but I found this amazing trailer online for Glow. Do you remember Glow Wrestling? Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. They're doing an amazing documentary based on Glow, and it comes out in like 5 months. But I think you could just Google or YouTube search on some amazing channel because only a few people can get channels on YouTube. If you go to it, you can see there's a documentary and it's a teaser trailer for Glow Wrestling. And I was a huge fan growing up. By huge fan again, I mean boner. The first match was Mark Henry versus Sheamus.
Yeah.
Sheamus last night came out and announced that he'll be going up against Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Exciting for either of you?
Well, I'm a Sheamus fan. I'm a Sheamus fan, and I hope that he takes the belt. They got stiffed last year at WrestleMania. They're getting their moment on a grand stage, now.
Well, for people that don't know, they were slotted to play to match at WrestleMania, and They
Gone.
just pushed it off and did a dark match with it and didn't put it on TV.
Yeah, that was.
And now they're set up to be a huge match there.
Yeah. Oh, I think they've more than made up for it now.
I think that
so-
match will be overlooked.
Really?
I think
Well-
it'll be. They're going up against the Stacked House. We're supposed to have Shaq in there. We got the Undertaker and Triple H in the Hell in
Exactly.
the Cell.
And
we got the Rock.
Cena and
Shawn
The
Michaels
Rock.
most likely
Shawn-
attending.
I mean,
and you
you're
got
right.
CM Punk against Jericho.
Yeah.
So
I
as
will
far as I'm
agree.
concerned,
I
it's going to
agree.
be slept on again.
It's
agree.
it's definitely a buried card.
Yeah.
Let's just say that'll be the first match of WrestleMania.
Which is kind of sad because it is for the title, for the World Heavyweight
Well, I'm a
title.
huge Daniel Bryan
So-
fan. I've come a very long way in thinking that he's paint drying to a point now where when I really like his gimmick.
Yeah.
I think it's funny and I think it's smart and he can talk and he can wrestle.
Yep.
But
Agreed.
I just don't know if I feel the same way about Sheamus.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his.
I think
I
think
hope to see some. I hope to see some good things.
I think Sheamus wrestling.
He was
Daniel
one of those
Bryan
wrestlers
will-
that came out and got a huge push real quick.
Who, Daniel?
No,
Oh,
Sheamus.
Sheamus, yeah.
I mean, going
from what
out-
I understand, he's like Triple H's protege.
basically.
And then they
helps.
flogged him again last year, so now they're doing it again. I think Daniel Bryan will make Sheamus a better wrestler.
Yeah.
Going up against him a couple times will sharpen his skills.
So Sheamus over Henry.
Yep.
That makes sense considering they have to push him.
Absolutely.
So we go backstage to John Laurinaitis and Dave Otunga. Yep. So here's the thing about Laurinaitis. So last night he promised an announcement at the pay-per-view. The announcement was he was going. I'm still a little confused as to it, but he doesn't think that there should be two general managers. He thinks that that's overkill, and I sort of agree that they should probably abolish the brands now because you can't keep calling it a super show if it's the fucking same thing every week. You should just call
It's
it.
not even that super.
It's just a show.
I think for the fans, they're pretty smart, and I think that based on our experience, it's kind of plain to see. It's going to combine.
Yeah, it looks pretty
I
combining.
feel like it. That's not inside information.
You guys, she definitely told him while they're having sex.
No.
Okay. So basically, Laurinaitis and Otunga went out and were joined by other wrestlers. The return of Del Rio, the return of Christian and Henry, and they were said, "We're with you. We think you should have both brands. I'm just sick of Teddy Long."
Are you?
Actually, I'm really sick of Teddy Long.
I still think
I've been sick of him. They don't know what they want to do with him. He was kind of going heel.
By the way,
and now
Teddy
he's
Long,
going-
a totally
Or just
racist portrayal. Totally right. He's a grown ass man in a suit, and he's like, "Holla if you hear me." He's saying rap phrases that are from like '96. He's still saying "getting jiggy with it." Yeah,
he is.
still saying "playa."
They just need to just pump him up a little bit more. Give him some new material.
I don't know.
You know, because
I think they should have him go opposite.
He
He
makes
does well.
he makes Urkel look like The Wire, like for real.
he really just needs new material, and I think he'll be the bomb again.
Oh, don't even say the bomb. Don't even say that.
Just for you.
So anyway,
Just for you.
basically the point is it looks like we're setting up some sort of rivalry between Teddy Long and Laurinaitis to see who will be the general manager to rule them all.
I swear to Jesus,
They'll
if
have their
they
own
have
team
a
for
match-
WrestleMania.
No.
If they have a match
No.
at WrestleMania, I will fall over because it'll be just like the other.
I'd rather see Snooki,
Yeah.
who was good last year.
Well, what they'll do is they'll probably have Laurinaitis do his picks similar to what they did, and I think they'll keep going head up. Like they'll keep picking certain people from their thing, or maybe Otunga will be his head guy to go for it, and they might give Otunga a push and put him up
Kind of
against
like
whoever.
where it could go. There's a lot of opportunity. It sounds
Maybe.
like for a good story.
Or just like you said,
No,
he brought
really.
out who was it? Otunga, Christian, and Del Rio.
Yeah.
none of those guys have a match, or Henry.
kinda starting.
You know,
Well,
none,
Otunga's there too.
you know, none of
One
those
versus
four
the
have
other,
matches
two
at
groups.
WrestleMania, so he's gonna take their four,
And whoever wins is the general manager to rule them all.
something like that.
Could be.
Throw
All right.
that in the hat right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't hate that. Well, anyway, Teddy Long comes out and they set
Yeah.
up the eventual who's going to be the general. It's an obvious feud starting, and then they end up having a match. But we'll get to that later. So we have R-Truth and Kofi versus Primo and Carlos.
Carlos.
I don't care about this at all.
I was gonna say you said his name so unconfident. You're all, is it Carlos?
Because I don't
or-
really care. I'll be honest with you. I just don't care. I don't understand why you would have Primo. Maybe there's some backstage stuff, but Carlito should really be the tag team partner.
I just feel the WWE's already pushing the Mexican minority tags like pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really believe it. But R-Truth and Kofi over
Yep. I
Primo
like,
and who should be
I like
Carlito.
those two. I like
Which one?
Kofi and R-Truth.
Yeah, well, they definitely
For Black History
foreshadowed-
Month.
Exactly. There was a that was
Let's
pretty
be
much.
real.
I'm sure we've all picked up on that.
Well, here's the crazy thing. R-Truth, they definitely hinted that they're going to get a tag team title match. So they just that's a crazy thing too. When we were kids, when I was a kid, they used to bring out Demolition and all those guys together. Like you would learn about them as tag teams, and I felt that made them very strong. You know what I mean? Like the Killer Bees were killer bees. They weren't apart. I mean, when the Rockers split up, it was like a huge deal.
People tripped.
That was like crazy that they broke up. Nowadays, they just sort of tag up one week and then they're champions.
That's just it. There's not any one solid tag team anymore.
They broke the formula a long time ago. I think when they
miss
merged
Me too.
everything, when they merged everything, there was so much talent. There's so many people coming and going. There was no room to hold people.
I wrote when I left.
Oh, that's how Miz came in.
Who
as a tag team?
Well, not really. He was the SmackDown host first.
Yeah, he was.
Well, no. But when he was
MC.
wrestling, when he
Right.
started wrestling, it was him and
Morrison.
Jerry the King's
Oh
son.
no, that is right.
Oh, the Too Cool.
Was it Too Cool?
Well, I mean,
No.
like those guys.
Fans set us straight here.
Well,
it
trust
was,
me, they will.
It was.
Who was
well,
Miz
it
in
was-
tag team with first?
It was King's son.
Well, it wasn't
That's
good.
that's what I know.
It wasn't good.
And then that stopped.
But I remember
anyway.
when I was leaving, one of the last couple things I worked on was the Highlander promos, and I worked on.
I miss those guys.
They were great.
I kind of miss those guys.
And then the Deuce and
Highlanders, they
Domino.
just-
I wrote Deuce and Domino
Deuce
promos.
and Domino,
So we were bringing
yeah.
people in, and then Shad and JTL. Was that
Yeah, yeah.
JTL's his name?
Crime time.
Crime time.
Crime time.
JTG.
So,
JTG 's still there.
JTL is what I want him to
I'm
be.
surprised we don't see JTG enough. He's a good athlete.
and he's there. He's still there.
We make jokes about
We
him all
haven't
the
seen
time.
Brodus Clay at all.
Well, we have a whole thing to talk about that. I'm writing that down so we remember.
Right? Yeah. Make sure.
We're not jumping all over the place. We really do have a. method
Okay,
to the
so our
madness.
Truth and Kofi win. We
Yeah.
get a new Hall of Fame announcement.
Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons.
I love it. Dang.
I said, and you can tweet at us or me or whatever if you kind of feel the same way. I'm
I'm already butting heads with you. I already know what you're saying. So
Listen, I am confused as
Hit
to
the bell.
why. This
Hit
is
the
for
bell.
reals.
Hit the
I'm
bell.
confused as to
Ding,
why
ding, ding.
Ron Simmons would get a Hall of Fame nod before Bradshaw,
and I said
the longest running champion in WWE. Except recently he was
That's
over.
faux pas. I think Ron Simmons has done more for
I'm
the
kind of with
industry.
P on this one as far as the wrestling history that Ron Simmons
He's done more for
has,
the industry than JBL has.
You know.
You guys,
But that's because
Someone
we
come to
know
my-
you're a fan.
Someone come to my rescue.
someone come to my rescue.
Somebody
You got
help
some-
Jensen
You got
'cause
some
he's
clan
going
members
down
out
like
there
the
that don't want to be
Titanic.
on your team.
He called me Dick Poop for 7 months. 2 weeks before I 2 weeks before I quit.
And you're loving him.
Yeah, I do love
Thank
him.
you. Round one.
No!
2 weeks before I quit, he came up to me. He's like, "What's your real name?" And I was like, "Jensen." He's like, "No more dick poop."
Nope.
And I was like, "Great." And then I was like, "But I'm totally quitting." But I didn't tell him that. But I was very happy that I at least had a moment where he's going to call me by
Yes.
my real name. So Ron Simmons, I'm happy. That's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just saying I thought he should have been in it first.
Yeah.
It's like putting in the news before Huey Lewis in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I think
That's how I feel.
JBL got more notoriety teaming with Ron Simmons and learned a lot more being with him. That
that
made
is
him.
definitely
That
what
made him
Bumped him up.
be the
Alright.
champion for that long.
Fair enough. I'd like some
Every
people to come-
wrestler has some sort of help.
If you can please defend me if you can.
Tag me in that
Not
too,
gonna
because
happen.
we got some
Not
Twitter
gonna
wars that
happen.
are going to be going.
We have a Jericho interview backstage after that where he says he wasn't eliminated from the Elimination Chamber, which he
Chamber. Yep.
technically wasn't.
Nope.
He was kicked out of the Elimination Chamber by CM Punk, and then he kind of hit a cameraman.
Door open.
He didn't
Outside,
really.
yeah.
Sort of hit a cameraman.
Out.
And
The real.
which isn't real anymore.
Was tonight,
well, it was
man.
tonight. But basically, what it is he wasn't. You're supposed to either be pinned or whatever, and he was none of them. He was just unable to keep going. So he has a beef with CM Punk, which we'll get to obviously later. But he has some sort of unfinished business, and that's what he wanted you to know. And we went into the ring, which is now the Teddy versus Laurinaitis kind of seesaw battle of who should be
Spiel.
GM.
Otunga over Ezekiel.
Well, that's the thing. Laurinaitis brings out Otunga.
Yeah.
Teddy brings out Ezekiel Jackson.
Interesting.
Once again, Black History Month.
I
Thank you to the WWE for being racist.
But I'm just saying, like, there are so many other people they could have brought out.
Guido applications accepted over here.
Yo, I kind of would have sex with Snooki now.
You really?
Yeah.
I saw her in a commercial. I
Snooki,
commented
if you're
that she looked
watching,
okay.
Jensen wants you.
No, I don't want her.
She's not watching,
Jensen
but
wants you.
No. Number one, not watching. Two,
Wants you.
Two, not
Yes.
want her. I'm just saying that now.
Did
when
you
I'm,
say that?
No,
thought
I said
heard
I
you say
would.
that.
I said I
What?
would. Like I'm saying, like
He wants her.
All right,
That's what I heard.
he wants her.
I love
She looks
Guido.
closest to a mini elephant.
This is the shittiest. This is the shittiest OkCupid ever. But no, I was just saying she looks better.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of her recently, and I was like, she doesn't look like a mashed potato.
No. She's stepping it up.
All right. Well, Otunga over Ezekiel Jackson
say
because
that.
that makes sense. Why would Ezekiel Jackson beat Otunga?
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
When Ezekiel came in, man, that guy was just.
He looks like a mess, by the way. I know he's still humongous.
I
but
don't like the babyface angle with him.
Well, I don't like his. He looks like. I hate saying this because it's like body image shit, but
No,
he looks flabby.
Well,
I mean, let's just say it. He doesn't look as muscular and scary as he did when he first came in. Now he's sort of like a Pillsbury Doughboy.
He's sitting on the
if
sidelines.
he
Will do
was
that.
if he was a heel, it would still be working.
Catering.
Sure, yeah.
Blame catering.
By the way, catering's so good there.
Oh,
Blame catering.
amazing.
It's really one of the reasons I
we
stayed
took
for
some
like
back out to the ring. It
4
was bad.
extra weeks.
Yeah, right.
I stuck around.
Free food.
So we get to the hour, the holdover. What?
After the whole Utunga thing, we kind of break to that weird angle shot of Taker walking down the hallway.
Oh yeah.
If anybody didn't notice, his shoes were stuffed. They
Humongous.
totally reminded me of why is that clown from The Simpsons? Why can I not think?
You're talking about Krusty the Clown?
Krusty
Or
the Clown.
or
How Sideshow Bob had the stuffed shoes.
Oh,
there it
yeah,
is, right
Sideshow.
there.
He's
He
like,
had Sideshow
it can't
Bob
be
shoes.
Sideshow Bob. He has humongous feet. No, he doesn't. Yeah. I don't know.
That's
weird,
exactly
and
it.
We were both kind of saying, actually, you had mentioned it right off. You said that
That's
it kind of
never-
made him
never-
look. It's
human.
never happened, and it made him look a little more human.
Which
And
might be the goal, because that's what the whole storyline kind
Well,
of is. Not, I don't
good
want to make you look
segue.
human.
Right.
Well, I almost felt like in the new Muppet movie, please stay with me for a second.
boy.
In the new Muppet movie, they show the Muppets' legs. And I was always like, that's so
Yeah.
weird. They've done it before, but like they
Okay.
like showed their legs in it. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to know
Takes
about their
away
legs.
from the-
I want to, they have a hand in their
Yeah.
butthole. Like
That sounds kind of interesting.
he's always so close.
Thank you. You're
He
getting
knows,
there.
he knows where he is.
We're getting our feng shui together here.
We're loving the booth.
We're starting to flow. So
Good
Undertaker,
segue into Taker and
we see Undertaker's Kermit legs, and then we're in the ring with Undertaker. Still
Sideshow Taker.
Technically, by the way, still the best entrance in wrestling history.
Absolutely.
But the
nobody when you hear the
worst.
gong tonight was a little weird.
But the worst.
But it wasn't the worst. I don't think it was the worst.
No.
I think
For
it was,
him,
was
that was
odd.
one of the
For him.
that was one of the worst promos I've seen him
I
cut.
love.
I think I saw his
think we
chin
can all
shiver because he
agree
was
that-
nervous.
Yeah, it just that raspiness in his voice, that demon-like quality that he brings to the ring.
yeah.
It wasn't there tonight.
It was ring rust. It was
Well, he got
exactly
better-
like The Rock when he came back.
Well, he got better
when
once.
Triple H
When Triple
got
H came
in.
in, he got better. But at first, he was. It was so
I'm
weird
like,
to watch.
He got booed.
I know. Booed.
got
And they
whatted.
gave
Everybody booed.
By the way, and they
Taker.
whatted him. And they whatted him.
And whatted him.
Which
Nobody does
No,
that.
you know, by the way, they
Not to
didn't.
him.
They didn't what Triple H.
No.
So it's almost. I mean, he just seemed unconfident. He didn't seem like he liked what he was saying, which is kind of weird.
I don't
He
know.
must
is it
have hated his
because
new haircut.
The hair's gone, the hat's gone, and I'm like, are you like Samson? We took that away from you.
Well, I
Now
hope
you
he-
lost
I
your
hope he'd
strength,
come
but
down with
I'm
the-
not saying this out of disrespect.
Yeah.
I love Taker. Love him.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get the Taker vibe tonight.
Well, at least he didn't come down on a motorcycle to a Kid Rock song.
Again.
hey,
Because then
But
I
he
would
le-
just check
but
out.
instead
Sorry,
he
man,
left to
I like
Metallica.
that. I
Let's
like
go.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have a publishing deal. I know how much that costs.
so
Basically, the Undertaker Triple H thing is that just goading him into taking the acceptance. Triple H doesn't want to be the person to end the fairy tale. He doesn't want to be the person to show that Undertaker is human and a person and has a Sarah tattoo removed from his neck. He doesn't want to be that person to admit that. Like he wants the legacy to live on. He wants to be a mentor,
Branding.
not a garbage can. Right? That's what we're saying. Sean was always better than you. Seems to be the line that you can't cross.
exactly.
Can't compare him to Sean.
No.
Basically, Triple H said, or Undertaker said, you basically don't want to lose on what Sean's already lost. You know, right?
Triple H said something definitely true tonight, that the two of them are kind of the last of their kind.
Right. Well, he
Now-
said one other guy last week. He goes, you,
Did
me,
he?
and
I missed that because I wasn't here. So
he say?
who did
was
I
it
miss?
Kane?
No, it was them three.
Well, now you're,
Well, it's okay.
he
Listen,
didn't say
it's-
Sean. Sean's not wrestling.
Well,
no.
but he was
However-
referencing Sean. We were the last.
that's
that
that's
what he
where I'm
meant?
kind of going. That's where I'm going with
Well, it
this.
ain't
Give me a
Brodus-
moment.
it ain't Brodus Clay.
Let's hold it.
I'm
Do something.
going.
Right, do something.
So no, the fact that he says that, you know that, okay, Shawn Michaels faced Undertaker twice.
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Now Triple H is doing the same thing. So it just kind of seems to reason that obviously Shawn Michaels, being that they are the three last of their kind, not two, the last three, that's the involvement.
Yeah.
It's the three of them involved, WrestleMania. Shawn, I don't know that it's him coming down. You kind of mentioned
I
something.
mean, I've
Are
been
we
on
looking
it.
at a
I've been
screw
on
job?
it. Yeah, I've been on it for day one. That's a
Or
screw
it
job
might
to me.
it might even be a triple threat.
No,
That's
no,
I
no,
would
no.
love
Sean
to
has
see
two
a
more.
triple
No,
Sean
threat.
has
But
two
he
more.
won't.
Sean has
It'll-
2 more appearances, right?
2 more Raws.
He's not. I don't think he's gonna be a. He's not gonna be a ref.
You guys, please don't make
No,
him
he
a ref.
won't be
Don't
a
put him
ref.
in the ring.
No.
These are 2 guys that should
No.
go at it in a Hell in a Cell match. These dudes
Absolutely.
should not have any outside gimmicks.
No,
nothing. Let them go at it.
But there's something with Sean. Something's got to happen because now you've involved Sean. Triple H is saying, "I'm going to do what Sean couldn't do."
Yeah.
That's
That's big.
bold.
Yeah.
He said it to Sean.
I
Too,
want to
though.
shout out a couple
Yeah,
people
that's
really
bold.
quick. First is Justin Galassi, Galosi, who is siding with you guys, and for good reason. I will say this is
Thank you.
a good
Jason.
reason. Ron Simmons was the first African American world champion. That's pretty big.
Check.
I'll give you that.
Just saying.
I'll give you that. Ron
saying.
Simmons made the Nation Domination, making The Rock and Mark Henry go over, and of course had a long NWA career. A lot of people not siding with me. Totally fine with that, guys. Totally fine for that. I'm for Ron being in before JBL, had a Hall of Fame career before being in APA. Fine, whatever, guys. That's fine. I'll be alone. I'm used to it. I've been Jewish on Christmas. I know the feeling. Don't worry about it, guys. Match was set up for WrestleMania between Undertaker and Triple H one more time.
Yes.
This is in a Hell in a Cell match.
This
I thought he
is
was going to
gonna
ask for his
be-
career.
This is going to be interesting. And I said it to you. I kind of looked at you. I'm like, somebody is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
This is big.
It sells
is
pay-per-views.
huge.
It's honestly, for me, it sells pay-per-views more than Rock.
I think that's the first Hell in a Cell ever at WrestleMania.
Really?
You
Yeah.
know,
no?
you might be
What?
right. Hell in a Cell.
You'll find
Hell in
out
a
soon.
Cell.
You'll find out soon. On
Yeah,
Twitter.
because
Yeah.
fans are going to tell us right now. so.
Really
Someone
quick,
prove me wrong.
something
Someone prove me
that's
wrong.
of note. Undertaker has debuted what seems to be a very expensive song on his way out of the ring. So
Yeah.
he'll come out to his normal
Gong.
gongs, and then he will leave, it seems, or have his more not
The
crazy
memories
entrances
remain.
by Metallica, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't even use Enter Sandman for Sandman. Like you can't. You couldn't use those.
That was yeah. You know.
I know very
You
well.
know,
This is
you
an
know.
expensive song.
Again, I just want to say though the human factor.
Yeah, a lot of human.
Like he was
probably
so
looking-
human tonight. It threw me off so bad. I'm still. You can see I got a lot of energy around this. It was just weird. It was just weird. I want that just because it's almost like it's setting him up for a fall.
I
You're
think it is
human,
setting him up
that's
for a
it,
fall.
You're done. But no, and I'm saying, how do we feel about that? To see Undertaker
it's good at all.
not go 20-0. I want him to go 20-0 because that's the way it should be. Yet they're painting him in this human-like. Just tonight, I don't know. Maybe
I think he
we'll-
retires either way.
Undertaker
feeling.
versus Big Boss Man, WrestleMania 15 in a cell.
Yep. You're good. See,
it is.
in minutes. That's the best part about people. They're haters in
I
general, and they're just
love-
waiting for you to mess up. It's my favorite.
There are no better fans than WWE fans. You guys rule.
Taker
See,
Boss Man.
I
yep,
will tell
instantly.
I'll tell you your rule when
You
when
guys
people come up with
rule.
the facts we need. But today I got into it with a guy on Twitter.
Did ya?
That's a fan of AfterBuzz, and I just don't care really. But the truth
I'm-
is I'm not asking for like I made a joke today. Let me tell you what it was. I made a joke today on Twitter that I found funny, and I don't write jokes on Twitter because I'm trying to be funny. I write them because it makes me feel good to write jokes all day, and that's what I do. Okay.
We're all his guinea pigs in this little
Exactly.
master plan.
I'm
he's
not
got
trying.
going
Okay,
on.
I wrote, it's weird that Kurt Cobain and Rihanna share a birthday and also a total lack of understanding of what an abusive relationship is, which I only wrote because it came out today that Rihanna and Chris Brown are still hooking up and dating and whatever, which isn't shocking. But I wrote that not even really thinking it's funny. I wrote it purely because it was like
I
a
don't
thought I
think
had in my head.
that's- yeah, I
right, I'm
didn't
not
say
trying
it
to be
was
funny.
funny.
So someone
Yeah.
goes, not your best. And so I wrote back and was just like, crazy, because I love your half-hour stand-up special that you did, and I from this point on, I'm gonna change it because of you. Like, I'm really happy I had your opinion. And the guy was like, hold, and he was like, and he was like, hold on, man, I'm a fan, bro. I'm like a fan. Like, calm down. And I was like, no, no hurt feelings, no, not at all. Like, seriously, just because it has more retweets than you have total followers. And then I got really like, and then
personal.
then you're really messing with me. And then the guy was like, dude, I'm a fan. I don't know why you would attack. But the truth is I was only writing back to let him know that, like, it feels kind of shitty. Like, not doing it so that one random person could be like, not your best. Bro, no one asked you.
And
know
not
what?
to mention
I
it's a
could tell
person who
you
goes
all-
out of their way to follow
Yeah,
you.
it's like, dude, you can't be
can-
a fan and be like, you know what? You do 12 jokes a day and one of them not so good.
Everybody gets that. I can tell you how much I look at her tweets, when she's
Oh, yeah,
showing
yeah,
me
yeah.
and all that, and it's like, it's interesting, and this can be said for a lot of things. When you're in the ring, and Lila's said this before, she comes into the ring, people are cheering. There's one negative. That's kind of what she
hones in
sees
on,
that.
totally.
She hones in on,
Oh,
and
dude,
you got to pull yourself
I have
back,
16,000
It's like,
followers. One guy today made me write
Can I
back to
have
him
some of
6
those?
times while I was on a treadmill. While I was on a treadmill, I was like, oh, I hate this guy. I have no idea who he is.
I
He
want
has
some of
10
Jensen's followers to come
No,
to
you don't. They
Vocari
hate me. They
Fashion,
hate
man.
me. No,
well,
they hate
I'm going to
me.
make them love me.
All right.
I'm promoting your gallery, for God's
I
sake.
appreciate it very much. So anyway,
it out.
trust me, 16,000 one person can get on my nerves.
I need a couple retweets. I didn't know you had that big of a network, my man.
Network. These people don't know me. They don't know me at all. They hate
Hello?
me. They hate me.
Waiting for you.
They're all
I'm
high-
helping you.
Was this Was this your hot
obviously-
Carl Twitter, and then you transferred it over to Jensen?
This was the venting session of the show.
Do you know how
so
long ago
it's
Hot
not
Carl
on
was?
the board, but
Hot Carl was 12 years ago. Twitter wasn't even. They didn't even have carrier pigeons 12 years ago.
I don't even think MySpace was
No,
available
they didn't have
back in that
smoke
day.
signals. No, trust me. I had one
Internet
email.
was dial-up, people. You had to go with the phone cord.
Yeah, it was just Al Gore and the military. Anyway,
Sing on.
so Daniel Bryan comes out and he's up against Santino.
Santino. Oh, God, I love my Canadian boys.
We have so much to talk about. Wait, is Santino openly Canadian?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So it's not like he's from Italy?
Well, I mean, everybody knows he's from there. God! Did I do it again?
On a lighter note, Metallica did a
No, they were
song
talking,
for...
guys, no, seriously, they were talking about that on
I
the
know.
commentating
Listen,
today.
no one thinks he's from Italy. I'm just saying, was it kind of a kayfabe
See,
thing?
we play
Wait.
things off here too. No, that's what I'm saying. I love my Canadian boys. Props
No,
to
it's
Santino.
open he's Canadian, yeah.
I know he is.
All right, I'm just messing with you.
I know. No, I just love what he's doing. The
Well,
guy's
last
funny
night-
and he wrestles.
Right. So last night, he was the Jeremy Lin of WWE. Everyone was so excited to see him finally, take the ball and run with it. And he almost won. And tonight he almost won again. He had a great little run and then was knocked out by Rhodes. But
Interesting that he fought twice tonight. That was
and in one of them, he was almost squashed. In the
Certain
Daniel Bryan
Kofi,
match, he was almost squashed. But Daniel Bryan over Santino pretty quickly to get, I guess, get him out of the way for the
Get it
Rumble
through.
later.
for the Rumble. Where we'll
We
get to
had
that
the
in a
Diva
minute.
match, which if you blinked, you would not have gotten to.
Again, I'm just feeling so bad for them.
Under a minute.
Sorry.
Bella Twins.
I had to.
Bella, all those girls must have nervous stomachs anyway, even without the farting gimmick.
Talent.
Bella
you know,
Twins versus Oksuna and Kelly Kelly.
Oksana.
I don't know her either.
Oksana.
By the way, is she from SmackDown?
Yeah.
Yes.
She was.
She's got a little something with
little
Teddy.
crossing,
Oh.
crossing,
Yeah.
Crossing the streams?
Teddy's got some.
scissoring and stuff.
He's got some feelings for our girl
Scissors and
Oksana.
Don't know her. She Italian? Oh, she Italian.
Is she Italian? I think she's. I think she's Russian.
I would hope so.
Oksana.
Actually, I believe she is.
Bella Twins over the girls.
Yes.
We go into Cena's Rock promo.
Whoa.
He was heated.
Tell us how you really feel.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Cena
I
said he was
enjoyed
back
it.
earlier. He said he was once he was dropping all the hoe bombs and bitches and.
But it does. But I will
he's
say
back.
this. I don't.
But he loves children.
Listen, I'm not going to be
Yeah.
the devil's advocate. Let me be the devil's advocate for just a few seconds. Really took a long time to get. Really, it
we
really.
gave, we
listen,
gave you the floor right there, so let's
it
hear
really
it.
took a long time to get him here.
Too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. But hey, I'm happy to see it. I've been seeing it for so long. Like, let's
Sure.
go, man. Show some eggs.
And
Get
maybe
some-
he's
some
such a
eggs.
company man. Maybe he's such a company man that in comparison to CM Punk, maybe he really was waiting for the Monday after Elimination Chamber. Like maybe he was. But either way, I'm just saying.
I
This was
just
great.
don't agree. I love where he's going. I just don't agree with the whole. I mean, the guy was dropping bombs tonight.
Yeah, it was great.
It's perfect.
What I'm saying though is based on the show and the things that surround the show. I was just like, whoa, wow,
Like you were shocked by it.
yeah. I mean, bitch.
After seeing such
OC.
PG
I thought you meant,
networking.
but I thought you meant about
that
his stuff
stuff?
again. I get that, but I'm talking about against Rock.
No, I love to see that. I'm like, great, thank you.
Yeah,
We've been
some
waiting.
edge, right?
We've been waiting.
Yeah.
You know, and it just gives him as a person more depth, like in a character on the
I agree.
right.
I agree. So we move on. Great promo by Cena. It actually
Yeah.
sold the Rock match for
Real
me.
quick,
Yep.
Metallica, this is from a fan. Metallica provided a song for Undertaker at WrestleMania 26.
Okay, and I'll go with that. And I know that's the thing, but that's a one-time usage.
Yeah.
Different.
You think Metallica will perform at WrestleMania?
No. They won't perform anywhere.
Or they're going to try to get Machine Gun Kelly though.
They
for
have
sure.
that for sure. What I'm saying is, I'm saying I understand that they've used Enter Sandman once before. I'm saying the difference is using it a multiple amount of times, like they do for Living Color, Cult of Personality.
Royalties and
Different
whatnot.
royalty, Scott. Very expensive.
Yeah.
If they don't use it again,
We
then
got some people
not a
on
big
this
deal.
panel that know a little something about music.
About publishing.
Yeah.
That's how I lived. So basically,
That's how I stay broke.
you don't write crappy Sugar Ray songs and not know everything about if they use it in a movie. That's how you live and eat. Okay, so basically, CM Punk comes out to be the announcer wearing a beautiful yellow jacket,
Yes, camel skin or
Camel
something,
skin or
right?
camel toe?
Yeah,
Camel
he could
toe
have had
skin.
camel toe trending.
camel toe skin.
Camel fur toe skin.
And we have a battle
I could
royal.
tell you it was suede.
It was suede. It looked
just
suede.
saying.
It looked like it was a battle royal for the number one contender. 10 people. I'll mark them down.
Started
for you.
off a
You
little.
ready? Well, let me give the
Oh
participants.
yes, please.
Big Show, Ziggler, R-Truth, Great Khali, who has really good glasses. Miz,
There's a little
Kofi,
something in there.
Wade Barrett, who we will talk about in a minute. Santino, Rhodes, and Jericho. Really quick, we do have to address that Brodus Clay seems to have been taken out of WWE.
He just wasn't there.
There,
Yeah.
it's
Can
2
you
weeks in a row.
Haven't
fill
seen
me
him
in? Was he there
2
the
or
last
3
2
weeks in a
that I
row.
3
missed?
weeks in a row, no.
3. And no
Really?
pay-per-view showings.
Nothing.
Not even Royal Rumble.
Gone.
No.
Yeah, nothing. No mentions, nothing.
I'm finding out just like some other people, I guess.
He might be in the bathroom,
I
guys.
might be in the bathroom.
He might be in the
Wow.
bathroom.
Wearing Collie's glasses.
A lot of crappy things happened to me while I worked there.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten into the idea that I got addicted to Ambien. And that I woke up in... This is true.
AfterBuzz exclusive.
Listen, I woke up in the Stamford Target. Like, I don't mean like woke up like I was asleep, but
Were you
like...
on a shopping cart?
No, but listen to this story. I was living at the Holiday Inn Express, which is where they put people for the first 6 months. And they have like a van. So like, even though they rented me a car and I had a car the whole time, you could take a van anywhere. Like you could just whatever. So I had such bad sleeping patterns that I just got really into Ambien. And then at one point I just woke up and was like, I'm at a Target. And so I was like, what am I doing here? And then I walked outside. This is true, by the way. Walked outside and was looking for my car and then was like, my car's not here because it's not a big parking space. And I have the thing, like beep, I'd hear it,
Yeah.
And so I called the hotel and I'm like, hi, I pretended I wasn't me. I was like, hi, I'm Jensen's brother, only child. I'm Jensen's brother. Do you know if he's in the hotel? And they were like, let me check, I'll call up. And they go, you know what? I just spoke to the guy who drives the van. We took him to Target. And I was like, was he happy? And they were like, I don't know. And I was like, can you ask if he was happy? And they were like, yeah. So they go and ask. He's like, yeah, he seemed
Okay,
great.
random.
I was like, can you send the van back? I think he needs to get picked up. Got picked up for the van. Went home.
Wow.
Yep.
We timed that one.
All right.
So guys, if you're looking to have
I'd
a
like
job
the
in the
last minute of my
WWE,
life back. What?
if you're looking to have a job in the WWE,
Ambien and
good
Vans.
things. Good things happen.
And Target.
Good things happen to you.
Yes.
10-man battle royal. We all kind of predicted who would win,
Yep.
right?
I mean, we had to. There was only.
But you don't have to. Jericho has lost basically 2 matches in a row since he had this humongous, almost letdown of an entrance.
They were killing time.
Oh, no way.
They were killing time.
They were killing him.
Well, if we would have known that they were going to be going up against each other,
You should have given him 1 win. His stock, at this point, I understand tonight was great, whatever. But his stock up until this point, I don't have much faith to think that he is going to beat him at WrestleMania.
I think they already had him lost right when he came back in. Though
I agree.
There was already so much going on that they had to do what they had to do.
Well, maybe that little girl child will come out and win it for him.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Stupid girl from the video that will never pay off.
Oh my gosh.
So the biggest news from obviously this battle royal, other than Jericho winning, was what looked like Ziggler broke his head open.
That's what I thought.
I thought that was the problem, but it's obviously not. Everyone is
Wade.
tweeting at us that Wade Barrett has been rushed to a medical facility for a left arm injury. So it looks like he broke his arm.
I want to see it back. Like I DVR'd it. I want to watch it back because when Big Show threw out Ziggler, I didn't really like. We were so fixated on Dolph in his head that I didn't see how he was caught.
Big Show threw.
Like I don't even know.
did Big Show
Maybe
throw over?
Wade's arm, was caught and hit the table, and maybe.
Well, now I didn't look. We were so obsessed with Ziggler.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I want to watch it back and
Yeah.
see what actually happened. But
It looked terrible.
it did.
And then you always know. I mean, if you want to know, number one, this is stupid. And by this, I mean the people who are listening on iTunes don't know what I'm doing. But it's
Yeah.
2 arms together, and that's supposed
Forming
to be
across,
that's supposed to
or an
be
X.
the breakup
Timeout.
storyline.
This is
Timeout.
real.
Problem is, they've done it 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
They did it for last night for Jericho in the
Jericho.
Elimination Chamber, and then the week before they did it for Zack Ryder when he went off
Well,
the.
when
Well, I
you get the real
Yeah.
EMTs
Well,
there,
that's the thing.
I mean,
you should
the
tell by
Minnesota
exactly the people
EMTs,
who are wearing EMT suits from the city they're in. That's always the
That was
the
a
one
sure
that
tale
tells me
sign
off.
that
So he
it
gets taken
was
off in a
bad, yeah.
stretcher. It's pretty serious, and
There's
we.
a lot of people out there.
You are one of the biggest Wade Barrett fans in the world.
I love that guy, man.
do.
I do.
I hope he's
and
okay.
I
Volkari's
really,
plus size model, as in plus size. I mean, like really big.
He's a
yeah,
humongous man.
he takes an XXL in
Also,
my
dare I say
clothing.
some really shitty tattoos. And this is coming from a guy who has
He
really
just got a
crappy
new
tattoos.
one too. He just
Got
got
a
a
new
new
one.
one.
I
He
saw
just
it.
got a
It's like,
freshie.
I like it.
I have really crappy
It's
tattoos,
good.
so
And
so do you.
he's a nice
just
guy.
telling you,
I
you do.
mean,
Yeah, I do too.
It
And I
sucks
mean
for
crappy
him.
in a sense like weird. Like I have Millhouse, you have a phone. Like I feel like we both have that together.
Millhouse.
So yeah, Jericho fighting at WrestleMania.
Love it. We predicted that from the moment he got there.
We did. Well, that's Monday
Just
Night Raw.
saying.
That's Monday Night Raw.
Just saying. That
Um,
was. I liked it. I really liked I loved the Battle Royal.
It was
in
great.
the end. However, we were commenting though. I mean, from Big Show throwing Dolph out, hurting. I mean, a lot of guys were taking some bad falls.
Yeah, terrible.
I mean, when Santino rolled out, he actually hit the arm of Wade.
yes, I look
You
like
know,
it.
it's-
I mean, it looked. I
it
would like to
looked
watch
like
that
it.
again. It's almost like insult to injury. It was like
And then Kofi with Vicky Guerrero on the outside. I was like, guys,
a lot of bad falls.
It was
By the way, a lot of bad falls
coming
last
out.
night too. There were some crappy falls last night
Yeah.
too.
I'm sorry.
What's going on over there? We got
Sorry.
Giggle,
What the is Jensen Clam talking about? Jericho had 2 wins.
No.
No.
I mean real.
I mean
real
real
wins, idiot.
Yeah.
real wins, idiot. I don't mean like ones on Monday night. I mean
dude,
like
you got
wins.
called out.
I mean
Man, this
wins
is
that
gonna get
mean
so ugly
something.
right now on my Twitter.
People are
Get
idiots.
ready. Your twit's about to
Oh, I don't
heat up.
care. At this point, you understand. I was on a treadmill. Like, how dare you? Wow. Like this guy,
Jensen's got a little energy tonight.
by the way,
yo.
he's probably 11 years old, the person I'm fighting with. Like, I remember a long time
That's
ago,
awesome. I
not
love it.
now because I'm much cooler than this, but at one time I played those online video games with like the headset thing.
Yeah.
And I remember this
You were
guy
a
was
Call of
like,
Duty
it
guy?
out.
no,
Going.
sports.
Oh.
I was playing
Geeking
like
it
a
out.
basketball game, and this kid was like, "Hey, f you, man!" Like he was just like talking crap the whole game, but I couldn't tell or whatever. And I was like, "You know what, man? Why don't you shut your mouth?" And like I got like really into it. And then in the background, I heard a we're serving dinner, and he was like, "Mom, I'll be there in 5 minutes." And I was like 28, and I literally was just like, "Oh,
Delete.
oh."
I think you got a little road rage in your hybrid there too, don't you?
No, I'm actually really a calm person. I just think that I don't ask anyone. Like when we go, "Hey, can you do me a favor? Tell me who fought you at
This is a
WrestleMania."
powder keg.
That was Monday Night Raw.
I don't know where that weird laugh just came from.
That was Monday Night Raw, guys.
That was Monday Night Raw.
Do you want to
Good.
do predictions first, or should we take a break? Or what do you want?
AfterBuzz.
Let's do a commercial. How about we do a
predictions.
commercial and then
Commercial.
take some calls?
All right,
Sounds
guys, it's
good.
time for the commercials and the rapey voice. Let's hit it.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
No. Yep. Now it's on. So that was Monday Night Raw. We're gonna do commercials. Do you want to go into phones or predictions?
We do phone
Let's do
calls.
Let's do phones.
Let's
Let's
get some
talk
phones.
to
Oh,
the
This one's gonna be
fans.
great because I'm in a great mood.
I cannot wait to bust some people's balls. Can we cut people off real quick?
Oh,
Go right ahead. We have
am I
first
the
one
only guy
online.
that's liking our fans?
No, I do. I'm just saying I'm in a
I'm
bad day. Having a bad day.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Phone caller. We ready? Hello.
Hello,
Hey, man.
Hey.
What's your name? Where are you from?
this is Aaron from Virginia.
Aaron, you said?
Yes,
I can never get the name.
AARON.
Perfect.
What's up,
I got it on
brother?
the first try. Aaron, what did you think of Raw tonight?
I thought it was good. I like the fact that Triple H and Undertaker are getting more okays from Metallica for the use of the music than Napster.
See,
And
I'm a big fan of publishing,
Nice.
as are you.
yeah, I just got a question though. With Triple H and Undertaker being in Hell in a Cell this at WrestleMania, I honestly think it should be more than just a streak and more than the cell. I mean, add in the cell. But I think that it should also be career versus career.
No, I know.
That's my opinion.
By the way, I think that not making it a career match
Huh.
sort of shows your hand a little bit.
Yeah.
I think because it's
Yeah.
sort of like
No, I
Well,
think there's still 41
there is still
days.
time. I agree.
Yeah,
There's-
I
Shawn
mean, there's-
Michaels 2 appearances. You never know where it can go.
There is time to bring this thing to give it some breath.
Aaron, were you
so to speak.
Aaron, were you always a given to buy WrestleMania? Is that like a thing you would buy it no matter what, or no?
Yeah, I would buy it like because like it's a really big pay-per-view. But what I I kind of don't like how predictable the matches have been. Like at least the matches that people have a lot of high on.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people saying that it was going to be Chris Jericho versus CM Punk, and with Chris Jericho losing the Royal Rumble and then the Elimination Chamber last night, and then him finally winning it.
Aaron, not an idiot. Aaron,
but
understands what I was saying. Yeah.
But isn't it a good thing if that's what you want to see? Like, I want to see Jericho and CM Punk.
Yeah, but you wanted to see a stronger Jericho, is what both Aaron and I are saying. You wanted to see a Jericho on a roll.
A proper push.
Exactly.
And you're not gonna put 5 weeks or 6 weeks or however many months of promo into one person, and then all of a sudden have him come. And he had the perfect lineup, not saying anything, reeling people in. I mean, it was really clever how he came back, and then to have him come back and not be as explosive. No,
and by the way, Aaron and I and all of us come from a time when you introduced a wrestler, that wrestler won for weeks to make sure that you knew that when he went up against someone, he has a shot. It was the exact opposite.
And I just want to ask something else. Those promos, you guys said that last week, they didn't mean anything. And and with people saying, "Oh, it's going to be Jericho," I was like, "Okay, it might be Jericho, but what's it going to lead up to?"
Nothing. It's like GTV. It's like Vince in the limo. I mean, there are a million things that have never been answered by WWE. I don't know why I ended up with that Target. There's a ton of things that happen while in
the
Stanford.
Vince and the limo thing stopped because of the whole
Benoit thing. But still, I mean, there's other stories that have nothing to do with anything. It just
I'd have to take another call.
Yeah,
all right,
let's go for it.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron. Next call.
Hola.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi there.
Oh, it's the very rare unicorn of a female caller.
I love it.
This doesn't exist in real life. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Jelinette.
I never get the names. No matter how hard it is, they can say their name
Your
as
voice
slow
is
as
soft
they want.
like Bambi.
No, but it's not even their fault. It's definitely my ears. Did you get the name?
You said Gillette, right?
Jelinette.
No,
it's a Spanish name, so.
You said Lynette or Jeanette?
Jelinette, like jelly and net.
Oh, okay, Jelinette.
You win.
Still, I don't know what it is.
Well, we like the sound of your voice.
Yeah,
so
where are you from,
what's
Jelinette?
up?
Thank you. I'm Dominican.
Oh. But you're not in the Dominican Republic right now. You're not like a shortstop for the
downtown
Yankees.
Oh, wait. Where are you right now?
I live in Philadelphia. I'm
Okay.
actually in my dorm because I'm in college.
This doesn't
You
exist.
just got better. You're getting better by the minute.
This doesn't actually.
You guys-
I gotta
you
tell
guys
you
know.
You guys know
Are
this
we
is a
being-
dude. This
are
is
we
a
being-
dude with helium.
Are we being punked right now?
Yeah, this is a dude with helium.
No, it's funny. I always try to finish my lap early, even if I do a crappy job, so that I can watch Raw.
Wow.
And like my professor's like, "You're a girl and you like wrestling." I'm like, "Yeah, so I gotta get this done so I could go watch my wrestling show."
Nice.
But then you watch the
Nice.
after show on the internet, and that's even
That's even
crazier.
better.
Yeah, like that you're just like you are a sort of a walking contradiction, and I appreciate your contradiction.
We love you right now.
What did you
Keep
think of
watching.
tonight's?
I
Thank
actually
you.
called and talked to you once, Jensen.
Oh, really?
When
Ooh.
you guys weren't there, that you were on the phone.
Dominicans like Jewish kids, right? They like Jewish boys. That's like a
Huh?
thing. Dominican girls like Jewish boys, right? That's like a thing.
Oh, please.
It is. It's like
I
a
don't
thing.
know. I never met a Jewish Dominican, so I
No,
wouldn't
no, no,
know.
no, no. I'm not saying that they've made babies.
He was asking you if you'd like to be one.
No, no, no. I'm not
No,
saying
but
that.
actually, I would love to be the girl in the show if Maria can't go.
Oh, well, you would have to be in LA. You couldn't be in
Wow,
Philadelphia.
yeah, you
Well,
gotta-
yeah, but you know, I could do it over the phone. Like that could happen.
Well, you're
No,
doing
I
that
mean,
right now.
you're
You're
Jelly
part of the
Net.
show.
Well,
Jellynet, it's happening right now.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
what did you think of this show?
I actually wanted to comment on something like Daniel Bryan. I don't know why, but I think he's the most boring champion ever.
I love him.
Wow.
But you don't like when he says
I just
I'm
think it's
vegan?
boring.
You don't like the I'm vegan bit?
The I'm vegan bit's funny, but you got to understand the WWE is working with a lot of people with a lot of injuries. So a lot of the storylines, I mean, you got to think who's been taken out. Del Rio, Christian, Randy Orton, like those are all three guys
Now
that
Wade's
should be,
gone.
Now Wade.
and Wade. Those are all
And they're
people
my
that should
favorite
be.
ones too, actually.
so-
And Sin Cara, the penis machine,
Yeah.
is also no longer in the WWE because he's injured.
Pito.
And Evan Bourne.
I love the
Evan
penis
Bourne.
shirt. I have to say, I love the penis shirt.
Which shirt?
She
The
loves
penis
the
shirt.
penis
Oh, the
shirt.
penis shirt.
I bet you
Shirt that
do.
you were
You're
showing on
calling
the
us
show.
from a dorm.
I know. You have penis shirts all over your floor. Listen, are
Ceiling.
you...
I would actually order that shirt.
I did, and they didn't send it to me. Jellynet, are you planning on getting WrestleMania?
We're
Is
gonna hit
that
him.
something from your dorm you can do, or do you go to like a?
I usually always watch it online. Like WWE blocks some of things, but I always find a way to get around it because I'm like, I'm not paying. Like sometimes
Look at you.
I get really annoyed by the pay-per-view, so I never pay by for them because I'm like, so I'm paying for this, and sometimes I don't like them.
Yeah.
So I just watch them online.
Don't tell Lillian I think I have an online crush right now.
Jelly-Net's my favorite.
Girlfriend.
Listen,
putting it down.
Jelly-Net, we're huge fans of yours. If you can try to get into the show more often, we would love it. Maybe, is there a way we can...
I always call, but you guys never pick up the phone.
Jelly-Net, get a Twitter.
Wait, hold on. Is there a way that we can get Jelly-Net's number so when there's
Skype.
not a girl on the show, we can call Jelly-Net?
Yeah, I got it
Yes.
right now.
Good. We
She
got
has
your
your phone.
number.
We'll put the laptop up or the
Congratulations,
iPad, and we'll
girl.
just Skype.
No,
We'll have the face.
Here's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do.
Uh-oh.
If there's no female, I'm going to find an action figure that looks like a Dominican woman. And we are going to place
There
it
you go.
here. You know what?
Dominican Barbie?
You know what? How dare I? I think I'm going to make it semi-racist. Here's what I'm going to do.
Don't do it.
Here he goes.
Don't do it. And the
I'm gonna
punchline
bring
comes.
it. I'm gonna bring in Aunt Jemima for no reason. She's not even Dominican. Not even Dominican. But I want Jelly-Net. I want Jelly-Net to be an Aunt
Because
Jemima
she's so
bottle.
sweet.
Yes, that's why I want because she's a very sweet girl.
See?
So when Maria's
You
not
got to
here,
read between the lines
I will
here.
hide the Aunt Jemima, and then when it comes time for calls, we will put up the Aunt Jemima, and Jelly-Net will appear.
See, you'll actually have a physical presence.
But if we
here.
have, a girl here, if it's not Maria or whatever.
Oh, we're going into predictions.
Well, Jelly-Net,
Sweetie,
it's been
thank
fun.
you so much
Jelly-Net,
for calling
thank
in.
you. We'll talk to you soon when we don't have a girl. Bye.
Okay, so
Bye,
I'll
Jelly-Net.
call you guys.
Yes.
All right,
You
girl.
guys
Bye,
put me
Jelly-Net.
on the phone.
Bye,
Jelly-Net.
Take care,
See you later,
Jelly-Net.
girl.
Later, Jelly-Net.
Have a good night.
All right,
Bye,
predictions.
Jelly-Net.
I like that girl.
Jelly-Net's good people.
I like that girl.
How many
She's good
times can we
people.
say, if someone's drinking every time we say Jelly-Net, we hope they're drunk.
She's a good
Know
girl.
that we're
Jelly-Net.
saying that out of fun, girl.
Jelly-Net's a good girl.
All out
Jelly-Net.
of fun.
Okay, and by the way, it doesn't matter who calls. I don't know the name. You can go, hey, what's your name? And they go, George. And I'm like, oh, George? And they're like, no, it's Peter. And I'm like, how does that happen?
It's like in Peanuts, the teacher.
So crazy. So crazy.
So,
Okay, so
predictions.
next week is Rock
Rock.
on Raw
Ooh. I'm expecting it to get heated.
between Rock and
Absolutely.
yeah, it'll be really good.
Heated. I'm expecting Rock to get explosive. I want to see it. I just want to.
You know they're bound for a good show soon because they're going to have The Rock, HBK, and The Undertaker probably
I'm
all
telling
in
you,
one.
it is about to get amazing.
We got 4 weeks.
I'm excited. I'm getting excited. I'm really getting excited.
He took an extends earlier, so he's
Yeah.
really going
I-
on people.
Sorry, I keep hitting the table.
Jesus, I'm so excited, bro. Quit hitting me with that thing.
You guys obviously have big
Sorry,
penises.
what?
Girl that he has a very large penis.
Just saying.
I love Chris Hansen really is our fourth host tonight.
I mean, I would like him to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you guys. I think The Rock's gonna be great next week. I think I'm excited about Cena. I'm trying to figure out what else I'm really excited about. I'm not excited about anything regarding Laurinaitis or Teddy.
No.
Nothing.
That actually hurts my feelings a little. I'm excited for Jericho and CM Punk to sort of build.
Yep.
Those are all things I'm ready for.
Yep.
And next week's a huge one with Rock. Really quick, guys, go through your stuff. If you want to find Mr. to the P,
You can find me at Mr. to the P, at Mr. to the P, YouTube at Mr. to the P, Google at
you
Mr.
have a
to the P.
YouTube channel?
I just got it. I just
Oh
got the
my
confirmation
God.
from
YouTube
YouTube.
channel. Channels.
Unbelievable. Chris, tell them about Vocari. Tell them about yourself.
All I'm going to tell you is check out VocariFashion.com.
Yes.
Check it out. I'm
And
really
you-
excited about
It's
this.
a great
the
new site. I
website is
checked it
live.
out.
Yes.
It's really nice. And my thing, you can find me at any time, and you just go ahead and tell me that things are awful, because I'll ignore you at this point. Jensen Clan 88 with a C, so it's JensenClan 88, and that's on Twitter. And then I own art galleries, Gallery 1988.
Which
just
I'm
the
helping
numbers.
you promote.
You are. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Gallery1988.com.
Yeah.
And we'll be here next week.
We will.
We
Oh, Lillian Garcia, Your Girl is on iTunes. Check this stuff
so
out.
that's
There's
big.
so
Drop,
much
drop,
going
drop,
on
drop,
right
drop.
now. It's on iTunes right now, and her video will be dropping March 1st.
So you just type in, even if you didn't hear what he said, because we thought you said Jelly-Net, just type in Lillian Garcia into iTunes and it all comes up.
That's
Yeah,
one L.
Exactly.
That's one L.
Exactly.
You guys, we did it.
Peace.
See you next
We
week.
love you.
Take care.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Richard Wentworth.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.